Costa, say a word so I see how high your audio is.
Yo.
Omar, does that look good? Omar's my real life mod. He mods me in real life. Does it sound good, Omar? Yes, we are good. I have hit the record button. 5, 4, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again. Unprecedented. 2 days in a row. Back-to-back episodes. And we just got a lot going on Twitter, on TikTok. People are they're dying left and right. Their streams are dying. Their careers are dying. It's just crazy. Guys, we need to welcome in. He is, I guess you would say, the former number one ranked player, because now you got popped.
Yeah, you could say that.
The former number one overall player, Costa, LOL. Everybody clap it up. Welcome,
What's up, guys?
Welcome to the podcast, Costa. I just want to, before we get into all the drama, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good. I have an excuse to not play the game here, which is a blessing and a curse. But yeah, not doing too bad.
Yeah, I did also want to tell you, congratulations. I told you this before you came to my stream last time. Congratulations on all your success in the game. And like I said, I remember you. You were just a little shitter, popping up into my stream. We played each other a couple times. We had some fun games. Yeah, like I said, I took some time off, and in that time, Costa rose to the top. I'm very proud of this young man. Give it up again, Costa, for making the grind, getting all the way up to the leaderboard. This is not an easy game, guys. We all know. This game is very hard. It's hard on your brain. It's hard on your mental, your physical. But yeah, Costa, we know why we're here. Costa yesterday, not just Costa. We had a few top players get the ban from San Diego studios. Did this come as a shock to you, or did any of you have maybe like an inclination that this might be coming?
My dad is coming down. Sorry.
No, it's all
Might
good,
want to
bro.
restart there.
Yeah, what did I say? Okay, I'll repeat the question. I said, you guys all got popped yesterday. I wanted to know, did you guys have an inclination that this might be coming down? Like, were there some sort of word coming down that a pop was coming? Or were you just shocked when you turned on the game?
I mean, I woke up probably around 12 p.m. and I got my new peerings in the mail. I'm excited to get it on, and I turn on my game and I see 365-day ban. And to be honest with you, as soon as I saw the reason, I knew it was happening, and I knew I wasn't going to be the only one that was going to get banned for this, because I know that there's been hundreds of players, especially on Xbox, that have played the bots, and I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't deserve to be banned, because if that's what they're banning people for, then I definitely fall into that category. When I found out about the bots, I was told it's not bannable because you're just playing who you get matched up with. So
Yeah.
Kind of, and I think I'm not gonna go too much into it yet, but yeah, that's my take on it. I wasn't really that surprised, and I think some people were surprised, which I can get, because SGS has never really done anything like this before, so I can see why people would be shocked by it.
Yeah, so would you say your situation, I guess, reasoning for being banned, was it for weekend classic stuff, or was it like ranked games you matching up with a bot, and did you like beat them to death?
I think that's the main problem with all of this, is that they don't give a specific reason, so I can't know it all. I know I didn't play more than 1 or 2 bots a weekend classic late night. I know definitely majority have been like 3 a.m. ranked, because I'm just sitting there drooling on my setup, can't find games. But yeah.
Yeah, the whole bot. So this is another part of the issue here that the players are having, is that one, there's a million bot accounts. Their names are XGWXYZ. They queue up. So I have never played a bot in the sense where like I've matched up with a bot, but every time I match up with a bot, it instantly like disconnects. And I could see in my recent players that, it was one of those GWXYZ accounts.
Yeah.
but I've never loaded up into a game and then the dude there just throwing me fastballs down the middle. So I don't have any experience in this part of the situation. What's going on, Guinea? Matrix is here. Landon's here. If you guys have any questions specifically for Costa, please drop them in the chat. Um, yeah. So, like I said, the issue is one: why are all these bot accounts even? What are the bot accounts doing? Right? Are they gathering some sort of information? Like, what kind of weird shit are all these accounts doing? I don't get it. Second of all, why are like the ranked bots who are batting 700 on GOAT? Those guys aren't banned. It doesn't seem like. Seems like they're all still good to go. And it just seems like the people who actually put the time in and played this game are the ones who actually who got punished. And I guess I do want to say my take on it is if you were doing the weekend classic thing, part of me it kind of it's because I've been on Frosty's stream and he's been there waiting for 3 hours for a GOAT game in fucking Weekend Classic, and then it's a bot, right? And then there's this situation of, well, do I just quit out and take a loss? Right? It just there's a lot of shit that just doesn't make sense. Like, what would you, if you were to speak, I guess, to SDS or somebody in this situation, like, what would you plead to them? If you had a case as to why should I not be banned? Would you have a case for that?
I would. I would say that I wouldn't deny that I didn't play the bots because I definitely did, and I would say that there's people that are queuing up into the game. They check the recently played. They see anyone but a bot, and they back out. And people might say that I'm blaming other people for playing bots, and I'm not gonna say I'm not because that's a leading factor to it. Um, but you load into a game against a real player, and at this point, you're just praying they ready up.
Yeah.
You're praying they ready up. You're messaging them, please ready up. Um, and they don't. And when that happens for hours and hours on end, and you finally get with the bot, and it's almost like relief that you can actually just play a
Just
game.
play. Yeah.
Because there's been times on stream I'm sitting there 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and it's just 19 games of people backing out of me in a row.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
at that time, when you're told that there's no repercussions, there's no punishment for that, you're not thinking that anything bad could come out of that.
Okay, yeah, you bring me to another point, and I saw Frosty make this point as well, is that he played a bot on stream back in the day, a couple of whatever month ago, 2 months ago, and then he posts a screenshot showing that he beat him 80-0. And in Frosty's defense, he's saying, I didn't even know that this was a punishable offense. That this ridiculous bot that you guys are letting into the ranked seasons, you guys are letting these idiots in here, and then we're gonna be the ones who get punished for it, right? And then, so what I'm saying is for SDS to like punish people retroactively for stuff that they didn't really know was punishable, I think that that's kind of corny, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But if they did tell, if let's say, because this is the thing, some of these people in the MLB The Show community, like, yeah, they are a big giant company, and there's like Ramon, he's just this big, he's Zordon, right? But there's also like these little guys who are part of the SDS, and they're like normal people on Twitter, right? And they talk to the players, right? So I personally feel like maybe some of the players had an inclination that this could have been, it could have been up for them because maybe they got warnings or some sort of effect to that. And that's why I think maybe some of them actually did get punished after all, because maybe they were warned and, hey, stop doing this. You're a big streamer. You have 400 people on stream. We don't want people seeing this. So in my stance is, yeah, the retroactive for punishing people for stuff that they didn't know was punishable, I think that's ridiculous. If you did get warned, or warning is a big word, right? If you did get like a little hint that this might be coming up into play later, and you kept doing it, then maybe that is on you on your bad. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would definitely agree.
I think
And
Costa
but
agrees. Go ahead.
I'll also say that I don't think people were warned because I think that I would have gotten out. I think someone would have said, "Yo, I was warned for doing this," and I think it would have stopped. And I think that's the other reason that so many people were so surprised by the ban. It was not just because they got banned, but for how long? An entire
Mhm.
year banned. We had a situation in 23, a player 2 weeks straight freezing every game, only got banned for 14 days. And I just think that that is more of a exploit in the game than playing someone you get matched up with. Just my take on it.
I hear you. Yeah, the last time that I can recall seeing somebody get the 365-day ban, kind of out of the blue, who was a top player. I believe this was in MLB 22, Ricky Nation. I'm not sure if you know who he is, Meat Slayer.
Yep.
He did some BR thing where he explained to me that his video game hadn't updated, and then he hopped into the game, played BR, and when he was matching up with people, as soon as they would get from like to the loading screen, it would crash. Or no, he actually said that they would even be able to throw a pitch. But after like one thing happened, game crash, he would get the win. And he got like 3 or 4 BR flawless that way early on in the year, like first week. And that they hit the Ricky Nation account with the 365-day ban for exploits. I have not seen another situation like this happen. Have you been in contact with any other of these players that who've been banned? And do you know, or have you been in contact with anybody at SDS? And are you able to even try to figure this out, or are you just stuck?
Um, I think I've been in contact with many many other players that have been banned, and I think we're on the same boat that we submit a ticket. That's all we can really do. Um, we get the reply that's non-negotiable. So
Damn.
it is what it is. Um, yeah, it is what it is. I think that it's a lesson for a lot of it's a lesson for both SDS and the players that are banned. That I think SDS. I'm glad they did something. I think most people are glad they did something about this because it needed to happen. But my take on it is that they did it the wrong way. That's my take.
I understand that take. Did you get word that you had been banned from Rays?
Nope, I'm not banned from Rays.
Okay.
I don't see why I would be banned because I don't know how me matching up with someone that um me matching up with someone on ranked can affect how I played in Rays at
Hmm.
all.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, Rays is
And
just.
I also think that I know the head of the Rays tournament follows me on Twitter. I'm sure he's been on Twitter. I'm sure he's aware of what's happening. And I feel like if something hasn't already been done, which it hasn't, then I don't think it's gonna happen 2 weeks before I'm supposed to fly out there
I hear you. Yeah. So when are you set to fly out there?
in on the 15th.
It's coming up soon, huh?
Yeah.
You right? Are you ready to go?
So I'm ready to go. Confidence a little low. Um, whether that's just because of what people have said about me or who I'm set to face there. Combination of both, I think. But just gonna go there and have fun, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real, Costa. You just can't listen to these idiots on Twitch, bro. Their whole life is to try to make people feel bad about themselves. They're retarded, bro. I don't hide any words. I don't care. I might be talking to some of you in the chat right now. You guys are retarded. I fuck with you guys, but some of you guys get on my fucking nerves, and you get on a lot of people's nerves. You guys really do. But it's all good because we understand you're just lashing out, right? But yeah, Costa, this game, I'm an OG. I'm not in the competitive scene like you guys are these days. It seems like it's just a little extra sweaty these days. I feel like the game has grown over the last few years.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like the competitive scene with GOAT and all the bullshit with GOAT difficulty has done the opposite of kind of shrink the tops the competitive side. As you're saying, nobody wants to play. Even if you're over 1,000 rated in weekend classic, like back, you should still have matches, right? Not just sitting there waiting all day. Um, I feel like people are definitely discouraged about the GOAT difficulty. SDS comes through, they take away GOAT. what is your take on the GOAT? Do you think that they could have kept it a little while longer, or did they cut it short? What's your take on the GOAT situation?
I agree with you that saying Go expanded the rather than shrink, rather than really get the best, show who the best was. It made it worse. It made a lot of good. It made a lot of bad players better, which is kind of crazy to say. And I also think that GOAT was the reason for why people felt the need to cheat. Like I think this year's had more cheaters than any other year, and the whole bot situation is that they felt it was so impossible on Go. They didn't want to try something new. That they felt they had to play bots. They felt that they had to cheat. And I mean, when you have discords that are selling cheats, it's kind of it's kind of sad to see, I think.
It is really sad to see Costa, but I will say this is like my take on it is all the big games have cheaters, right? And I feel like we didn't have that much cheating going on back in the day. It was just a smaller community, right? I just feel like if we want to grow as a community, and this is like also the take on should MLB expand to PC, this and that, and everyone says no, if you go to PC, it's going to be cheaters. But it's a give and take in all these situations. You give there's going to be more cheaters, but there will be a better player base that will also increase like championship prize money for the best players in the world who make it, right? So to me, there is the give and take of yeah, is there cheaters? Is there going to be cheaters? Yeah, but that's just because we're more popular now than we were. I feel like in MLB 19, 20, and 21. Like it felt like such a much smaller knit community. Now we're getting big. Now we're getting into cheating. Have you played one of the real life cheaters that's on there in ranked?
I have played real life cheater,
Yeah, and
and
is
it's
it?
mostly when
Go
I'm
ahead.
on Go.
When you're on go, and it's just super obvious, right? It's just not
It's
even.
clear. I mean, they don't swing at a ball, which is honestly what makes me the most mad because I know that if it's on, for example, if it's cheater on Legend, I know I can score 20 runs. It's just the fact that they just don't swing at a ball. You can't get them to make a bad swing, which is the most frustrating part. And there's no way to prove to SDS that they're cheating because they'll just have a few innings where they just toggle off the cheat and then you're like, oh, they're not cheating because they struck out 7 times in a row.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, there's just I don't know what SDS is gonna do with their situation. I just think that they're kind of alienating a certain part of the community. And how do I say this? Like, let's say they did ban, let's say like 20 players, right? It's 20 players who play ranked seasons in 1,000, 1,100 above. It's not a big part of their community that they lost, right? They lose 20 players to them. It's just like to them they're just like whatever. They kind of probably just see it as you guys try to steal money from us. You try to steal stubs from us. You try to do some snaky stuff. And I just think that they've kind of made their bed and they don't want to sleep in it, right? They've made certain decisions that have caused the community to react in certain ways.
Yeah.
And rather than like actually fix the real problem, they would kind of rather deflect it and put the spotlight on it's Costa's fault. It's Frosty's fault. Speaking of Frosty, we have Frosty today. He gets the ban. Everybody's I don't want to say people well, some people were waiting for the ban in a sense that they wanted it to happen for sure. Frosty's in this I feel like Frosty's in a spot in his own in this community. Like he's so fucking good and he's on 23 hours a day that stuff that happens to him, it's kind of a different situation to me. But I mean, now he gets the bop today. He didn't get bopped yesterday. And I'm wondering is did he not get popped because maybe they felt some sort of sympathy for him on his because he is on all day long, all night long. He plays the game, the highest level. He's the best player. We know he doesn't need to cheat to win, right? He's not a cheating to get what he needs. But it feels like there was a lot of the community was like, "Hey, what the fuck? Why am I banned and why is Frosty not banned?" Right? Am I lying? Did you not see that online?
No. I was one of those people that said I believe that Frosty's played the most bots, or he's definitely streamed them. He's posted on Twitter about them.
Mm-hmm.
He's posted himself beating them 100-0, and I think the fact that so many people got banned for playing bots yesterday, and Frosty wasn't one of them, even though Frosty is one of the most popular streamers, hundred thousands of people have seen him play bots before,
Mm-hmm.
and they just felt, I think me myself included, thought it was unfair that I I'm also on this game
Mm-hmm.
a lot of time. For example, Cade by 90's on this game a lot.
Yep.
So many people are on this game either the same as Frosty, more than Frosty, slightly less than Frosty, and they still got banned just because they felt that Frosty had the platform that he would never get banned.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I mean. I feel like, yeah, Frosty. I, he kind of has like an what is it called? A target on his back, right? And like him not getting popped yesterday, it makes the target even bigger, right?
Yeah,
It's just like
yeah,
this. I don't want to say it's not a jealousy situation. It's kind of more of it's just more of like what's fair, what's not fair, right?
yeah. It goes to the other fact that there's no, I don't know how to say it, there's no realm of who gets banned and who's not. Like, there's people that I know that I'm obviously not going to name that did play 6 bots in their weekend classic to go 6-0.
Yeah.
There's people that have played 2 bots ever and they got banned. There's people that have played more bots than I have and have gone banned, or that haven't gone banned. And that's why I need SDS needs to either they need to either ban everyone that's ever played a bot ever, so then half the com is gone, more than half the com is gone,
Yeah, Taika, you're
or
next.
I know I'm not gonna say it. Um, or they make or they send out reasons to everyone why they're banned. Either you
Yeah.
played the minimum amount of bots in a weekend classic, so now you're banned. You played the minimum amount of bots in ranked, so now you're banned. Yeah, you beat this bot by this many runs, so now you're banned. So, and I think that's what they just want a reason. They want to know why, because I think if people got reasons for why, they'd be more content with the reason they got banned. Because I think everyone knows it's wrong. I know it's wrong. Frosty won't admit it, but he knows it's wrong. He's gonna try and say that just because he had to back out of the game on one because it was frozen, that he shouldn't be banned. I think that's ridiculous, personally. But yeah,
Yeah, I feel like yeah, this all just happened, and I do think that here in the next few days or something, we will get some more actual information. I'm hoping, right? I really hope that SDS doesn't just leave a cliffhanger and it's just like, we're just never gonna
yeah.
address
They,
this.
like any good company. I know Fortnite. They make statements about everything. Every time a little glitch is happening. I mean, SDS has patch notes that say they're gonna fix something that doesn't get fixed at
Mhm.
all. It honestly happens more after the patch notes, and for them not to either give a warning out before or give a statement after, I think it's kind of ridiculous, and I think it's unprofessional not to give reasons as to why you're banning so many players. Um, yeah,
No, I get what you're saying, and I guess we will end it here. I don't want to take too much of your time. I like to keep these around 20, 30 minutes. I just want to say SDS, we just need some sort of, what is that word I'm looking for?
justice,
Transparency.
yeah, transparency,
Transp-
yeah,
Transparency. Communicate something with us, with the players, and I think everybody will be, I guess, less on your back about this kind of shit. But I do think, regardless whether everyone who got banned is guilty of their actions, I think the full year ban is kind of ridiculous. Um, I think whatever 2-3 months is probably fine. Still plenty of time in the year to play the game. I just think to kick somebody off your game like that is just ridiculous. You probably like SDS. Come on, bro. We're we're fighting. We're fighting the fight, bro. Against we're trying to compete with other games, other communities, like, and you guys just do dumb shit that is it's mind blowing to me sometimes, right? But I don't run this corporation. I don't have to answer to the people who they have to answer to. So part of me is sympathetic to the people who are, I guess, responsible for these situations. But there's only so much that the community will put up with. Siki says if you're gonna ban people, refund them. That's something that those kind of talks I haven't even got into. Like I did
Yeah, that's
see.
what
Go ahead. Go
that's
ahead.
what that's what Frosty was talking about today. He says I'm gonna get my money back, and I just don't think that's the case. I don't. Luckily, I haven't spent any money on the game, so I don't have to worry about that. And I do feel bad for the people that have spent money on this game, that are probably not going to get it back because I don't even know if SDS even knows how to give people their money back. But yeah,
Yeah, that's something they probably they've never debated trying to refund people. Yeah, I don't know. Frosty and Jenna, they're going off on Twitter. I'm gonna try to get something going with Frosty sometime this week. Hopefully I can get Jenna on as well. That would be legacy. If I
yeah,
can make I can
hope
make
you
that
have
happen.
some fun.
Yeah,
Have some
man.
fun with that one.
Yeah.
Frosty, I know on the inside, I think he knows that he should be banned. He knows that he did something wrong, and Gina just I'm not gonna say it. But
No, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not I mean, not that we're sympathetic. I'm not jealous of Frosty's situation.
me
Like
neither.
in the sense of like he's got his mom just like beefing with fucking retarded 16-year-olds on
I mean,
Twitter. I'm just like, oh
I
my
mean,
god, bro.
I'm
Have
they,
you? So hold on. Do you have a history with Jenna? Do you have a
I
beef
do.
history? Break it down.
Uh, it happened about maybe a month ago. You might have seen it. You might have not.
Maybe
I
not.
win raise. I win raise,
Okay.
and I'm not gonna go on for this for hours. But so I win raise, and me and Frosty are cool. Me and Frosty are still cool. I have no beef with Frosty at all. I go in his chat and never spoken a word to Gina. By the way, I've
Okay.
only heard I've only heard of what she does in his chat. I've only seen the Kyle Cafe GRC Cleveland Discord call on your friend Kyle's stream,
That was rough.
and I go into Frosty's chat. I'm like, "How's it going?" And Gina from the top row ats me at Costa LOL. How about them sliders? And I'm like sliders? What do you mean? And then she says, "Oh, you know." And I said, "I don't know." And then she says, "Everyone in the com." She said, "Everyone in the com knows you use sliders to beat Dane in the finals." And mind you, you can go back in my VODs after this, after Raze and before Gina, that I played Raze friendly against someone and they used slider against me, and I had no idea that sliders affected regular like online games.
You're
No
talking
idea.
about gameplay sliders,
Yeah, gameplay
not
sliders.
not sliders like you're throwing a slider. You're
No,
talking about the
no.
gameplay sliders.
Gameplay sliders. She thought I used gameplay sliders to beat Dane. And I just think that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Because A, it was obvious on my stream. I had no idea you could do that. Taika actually pointed out to me. I had no
Of
idea.
course, Taikai did. Of
And
course, he did.
for and for someone to for a grown woman to try and beat down on a kid that won a tournament fair and square, she said you can't get good overnight. And I'd like to think I've been decent enough at the game to beat good players for 3 or 4 years now. I'm not better than Dane. I have nothing but respect for Dane. I'm not better than Frosty. I'm not better than a lot of these guys that are winning money every tournament. And I'm not gonna try and hold an ego over winning raids because I know that I'm not better than them. I think if you're not fluking in raids, you're not gonna win.
Hmm.
Um, and I just think that the fact that she tried to beat down on me for winning a tournament that I know I played fair, it kind of it's kind of weird. And then for her to think that I could have used sliders every game, even though her own son knew that sliders reset after every game, and you know the production team at Raze had my screen share the whole time. To think that I could change sliders every game makes no sense. I streamed every game without pausing my stream once. I don't understand her thought process behind that, and I've been wanting to say this publicly for a while now because people need to know how deluded she is, and it's not even Frosty. It's not Frosty at all. It's just Gina.
You know what they say though, the apple don't fall far from the tree. Frosty's a knucklehead. He's got some issues, and he's gonna figure it out. We're praying for you,
Let my
Frosty.
headphones unplugged.
We're praying for you, Frosty. Yeah, it's if you don't know who Frosty is, Frosty, MLB The Show streamer. His number one mod is it's his mom. His mom she's also active on Twitter, and she will tell you that that you fluked, right? So like Jenna will like she's an active mod. She like talks to people all like while Frosty's streaming, and it's such a crazy dynamic to see. Like even at first, I didn't even believe it when I first like even met Frosty and was like, wait a minute, wait, who? This is your mom? It took me a little bit to wrap my head around that situation. And like I said, she's not just like a normal mom. She's not gonna be like, all right, hey, how's it going? She will tell you that you fluked. She'll tell you to check the goods. She'll tell you to open the batter analysis. That's how you know she's deep into the game, and she probably has more knowledge in the game than a lot of the people that are playing the game right now. Oh, my family's like, who is that? 1 second, guys.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I think she had more knowledge than me about the sliders. I'll tell you that much. So I had no idea that was even a thing. But yeah.
Yeah, you guys just I haven't even I that's the first time you hearing that, right? I haven't been too involved into this shit and until recent. So yeah, that whole slider situation, that's kind of crazy. But here you have Rays coming up. What are your plans going forward? What are you gonna do, Costa? What are your I don't know if you have an action board. Like, are you circling certain people's names because you're gonna go after them? Where do you go from here, Costa?
I can't really say what I'm gonna do regarding playing the game
Uh huh.
because maybe I'll play the game, maybe I won't.
I get it.
Because again, this is the other thing. I don't know if I'm banned as a person playing the game. Is this like a Jarvis situation where I'm banned from playing the game for a year, or if it's just an account thing? Can I get on a new account? Can I stream me playing on another account? Because I have no idea. And I would like to believe that it's not myself being banned completely from the game, because I think if that was the case, I wouldn't be going to the Rays tournament if I was banned as a player.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
not.
think they're banning like your soul, right? Like
No,
I think
exactly.
I think you're still able to like.
I've never
I don't
seen
think
anyone get.
SDS. Hold on, I don't think SDS can tell you what to do on Twitch in the sense of like what it. Maybe I'm wrong though, because I've never like done this, right? Maybe I have streamed on an alt account. I think I have streamed on an alt account.
Yeah, I know people have streamed on an alt account when they're not banned. Is what I'm trying to say. I know people have multiple alt accounts that they play on, and if SDS has something in the terms of service, I know no one reads that. I feel like that's their fault for not making it clear because they never make anything clear. But yeah,
I hear you. Costa, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to cut it short right here. My baby's crying in
it's
the
all good.
background. I gotta go tend to him real quick. But I want to say thank you for your time, Costa. I want to have you on again in the future. So I like to do interviews where we learn about the players. I want to learn about the players. I want to learn who the hell I'm talking to in the community, right? So thank you for your time today. We will be in contact later down the line. We'll have the Costa interview where we learn where Costaloll comes from. All right.
Alrighty, thank you for having me, bro.
Welcome and good luck to you. If you do still get to play in Rays, I'm hoping you do. Good luck to you, and I'll see you next time, bro.
All right, thank you, bro.
Appreciate you, man.